Chapter number 1. Rising from the Shadows. I still remember the nights I spent alone in my car, parked under dim streetlights, with nothing but $35 in my pocket and a dream burning inside me. Every corner of the city whispered doubt. Every shadow seemed to mock my ambition. I had no home, no comfort, and no guarantee that tomorrow would bring anything better. Most people would have given up, but a small voice inside me refused to quit. It said, "Keep moving. Your time is coming." Those first nights were brutal. Hunger clawed at my stomach, exhaustion pressed heavily against my bones, and uncertainty hovered like a dark cloud. I questioned myself repeatedly. Why me? Why now? Is this dream even possible? But even in that darkness, a flicker of hope persisted. I realized that success is not about avoiding struggle. It's about refusing to let struggle define you. Every tear, every moment of despair was shaping me into someone stronger. The next morning, I decided to act. I found a small comedy club that offered $150 for a performance. It wasn't enough to live on, but it was enough to move forward. That night, I gave everything I had, my voice, my energy, my heart. As I stepped off the stage, I had earned $300 in 2 nights and, more importantly, a newfound belief in my ability to turn opportunities into progress. Every laugh and applause was a reminder that persistence matters more than circumstance. The Apollo Theater in New York became the symbol of my ultimate goal. Walking inside, I met other young performers, Jamie Foxx, D.L. Hewley, and Dwayne Johnson. None of us were famous yet, but we all shared one thing: the hunger to succeed against all odds. It became clear that talent alone would never guarantee success. Only determination, discipline, and faith in oneself could make dreams real. Days of preparation were relentless. I rehearsed my jokes repeatedly, memorized every punchline, and forced myself to face fear head-on. Every setback, every moment of doubt was a chance to grow. I began to understand that success is the sum of countless small efforts, unseen sacrifices, and unwavering focus. Finally, the night of my first performance arrived. My heart raced, my hands trembled, and my stomach twisted in nerves. But stepping onto the stage, I realized that fear could be transformed into energy. As my first joke landed, the audience erupted in laughter and applause. In that moment, I knew all my struggles, the long nights, the hunger, the uncertainty, had prepared me for this victory. I walked off stage that night with $750 and, more importantly, a profound sense of belief in myself. I understood that failure is only permanent if you quit. Life's obstacles are not meant to stop you. They are meant to shape you, test your resilience, and prove your commitment to your dreams. Every small step, every moment of perseverance, is a building block for the life you are destined to live. Chapter number 2. The first steps forward. After the long nights in my car, the small victories at local clubs gave me hope. But the journey was far from easy. I realized that dreams are not achieved in a single moment. They are built, one step at a time, often in circumstances that test your patience, your courage, and your determination. Each small opportunity I seized was a chance to prove to myself that perseverance matters more than comfort. Traveling to small clubs, performing for audiences who often didn't know me, I learned the importance of preparation and consistency. Every laugh, every clap, every nod of approval became a reminder that even in the smallest victories, progress is being made. I also realized that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Each rejection, each awkward silence, was a lesson that shaped me into someone ready for bigger stages. The road to New York City was long and uncertain. I had to save every dollar, plan every move carefully, and trust that my persistence would pay off. Fear was always present. I often questioned myself. Am I doing enough? Will I ever reach the stage I dream of? Yet I learned that fear is not a sign to stop. It is a signal that something important awaits. Courage is moving forward despite fear, and faith is believing in possibilities even when the path is unclear. Finally, I received a small but crucial opportunity, a chance to perform at a club where influential talent scouts could notice me. The preparation was exhausting. I memorized every line, polished every joke, and rehearsed every gesture until it felt natural. I realized that talent alone cannot sustain a dream. Discipline, practice, and resilience are equally necessary. When the night arrived, I felt the familiar nervous energy, but I stepped onto the stage anyway. The lights, the crowd, the unfamiliar environment, all of it could have overwhelmed me, but I remembered every struggle that had led me to this point. Every challenge had prepared me for moments like this. As I delivered my set, the audience's laughter and applause were more than entertainment. They were proof that persistence produces results. After that performance, I earned not just money, but confidence, clarity, and a sense of direction. I knew that each small step forward, no matter how difficult, was moving me closer to my dream. I learned that success does not come to those who wait passively. It comes to those who embrace the struggle, remain focused, and continue to rise after every fall. Reflecting back, I understood that the smallest opportunities often carry the greatest potential. Each performance, no matter how modest, contributed to building my skills, my resilience, and my belief in myself. The journey was far from over, but with every step, I became more certain that persistence and faith are the true foundations of success. Chapter number 3. Facing the storm. The journey to success was not as glamorous as most imagine. Nights without proper sleep, days of exhaustion, and the constant uncertainty of where the next opportunity would come from became my reality. Each morning I woke with a decision: surrender to despair or rise again with faith. I chose to rise. I understood that every storm, every challenge was not meant to stop me, it was meant to shape me. Performing in small venues taught me lessons no classroom could. Audiences could be unresponsive, even harsh. Sometimes the laughter I sought did not come. Yet I discovered that resilience is built in moments of failure. Every missed laugh, every awkward silence strengthened my resolve. I reminded myself that a single setback does not define a person. Perseverance does. Money was tight and travel was exhausting. There were times I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders. But each obstacle also revealed something vital. Courage is born when you confront adversity, and hope thrives when you refuse to give up. I had to trust that every small step forward, no matter how difficult, was moving me closer to the stage I had always dreamed of. A breakthrough came when I finally got a chance to perform at a well-known club with an audience that included talent scouts. Preparation became my lifeline. I rehearsed every joke, every gesture, and every pause until it became instinctive. I realized that preparation combined with persistence can turn nervousness into confidence and fear into strength. The night of the performance was filled with tension. My hands shook, my heart raced, and doubts whispered in my ear. But as I stepped on the stage, I remembered the long nights in my car, the hunger, and the moments of doubt that had brought me here. Each memory became fuel for my performance. The audience's laughter was not just entertainment, it was validation that every struggle, every sacrifice had meaning. After that performance, I earned not only recognition but also clarity. I realized that success is not instantaneous. It is cumulative. It grows with every step, every effort, every failure, and every moment of courage. The journey taught me that persistence, focus, and faith in oneself are far more important than talent alone. Even in moments of doubt, I learned to see opportunity. Every challenge became a teacher, every struggle a mentor. I discovered that the path to success is rarely easy, but it is always worth it. Those nights of uncertainty, the loneliness, and the fear were transforming me into someone capable of turning dreams into reality. As I looked ahead, I understood something fundamental. The storms I had faced were necessary. They were not punishments, but preparation. They shaped my character, strengthened my spirit, and gave me the courage to continue. Each trial, each difficulty, was a step closer to the life I had envisioned. A.E. Life where dreams are realized through persistence and faith. Chapter number 4. The door opens. After months of struggle, traveling from one small venue to another, performing for empty chairs and skeptical faces, an opportunity finally appeared. It was not a grand announcement, but a small door that required me to act. That small opening became my lifeline, a chance to show the world what I was capable of. I realized that opportunity rarely knocks loudly. Often it whispers quietly, waiting for those willing to take a bold step. Preparation had become my habit. Every joke, every gesture, every line was rehearsed until it flowed naturally. I had learned that talent without discipline can never reach its potential. Nights of doubt and exhaustion had shaped me into someone who could perform under pressure, who could face the unknown with courage. I understood that the harder the journey, the sweeter the victory. Arriving at the venue, I met performers who were equally hungry for success. Some were naturally talented, others charismatic. But all of us shared one thing: the willingness to persevere despite uncertainty. I realized that greatness is not a matter of luck. It is the result of consistent effort, persistence, and the refusal to surrender to fear. Stepping on stage, I felt a rush of emotions. The lights, the crowd, and the weight of my dreams pressed upon me. Yet fear transformed into energy. Every joke landed perfectly. Every laugh was proof that struggle is never wasted. I understood that perseverance transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones, and that even the smallest opportunities can become turning points in life. After the performance, the applause and recognition were gratifying. But the real reward was internal. I felt belief in myself grow stronger. I understood that each small step, every late night, every moment of doubt, was building something greater than immediate success. I learned that life rewards those who refuse to quit, who embrace hardship, and who trust the journey. The journey to this point had been grueling, but I began to see the fruits of my labor. Doors that once seemed closed were slowly opening. I realized that persistence does not guarantee immediate reward, but it guarantees growth, resilience, and readiness. Life does not hand out success. It shapes you for it. Looking back, I understood that each struggle, each rejection, each sleepless night had been preparation for this moment. The challenges that once felt unbearable had strengthened my character. I had learned that faith, effort, and consistency are the true keys to turning dreams into reality. The small door I had found was only the beginning of a much larger journey. Chapter number 5. The moment of breakthrough. After months of tireless effort, performing in small clubs and barely making ends meet, a breakthrough arrived. It was subtle at first, a call from a talent scout, a chance to perform on a bigger stage, an invitation that could change everything. I realized that life rarely gives grand gestures. Success often comes disguised as a small opportunity that demands your all. Every experience, every rejection, every sleepless night had prepared me for this moment. I understood that hardship is not a punishment, it is a teacher. Each laugh missed, each door closed, had strengthened me and prepared me for larger stages. The journey taught me that success is built from resilience, preparation, and the courage to continue when the path is unclear. Traveling to New York City, I met other aspiring performers, some confident, some nervous, all hungry for opportunity. I realized that talent alone cannot carry anyone forward. It is discipline, perseverance, and self-belief that separate dreamers from achievers. Every performance was a step forward, every small audience a classroom. I absorbed lessons about timing, engagement, and connection that no book could teach. Finally, the night arrived. The bright lights, the audience's gaze, the silence before the first laugh, all of it could have been overwhelming. But I drew strength from my journey. I remembered every challenge, every moment of despair, every night in the car with $35 in my pocket. That struggle had forged me into someone ready for this stage. As I began my performance, the audience laughed, cheered, and engaged with every word. In that moment, I realized that persistence had transformed dreams into reality. Every struggle, every tear, every sacrifice had led to this breakthrough. I understood that success is not an accident. It is the result of relentless effort, faith, and courage. I walked off the stage that night not just with recognition, but with confidence, clarity, and purpose. I had learned that no struggle is wasted, no failure final, and that every small step forward is a building block toward greatness. The journey taught me that persistence, preparation, and faith are the keys to opening doors that once seemed impossible. Chapter number 6. Triumph and Reflection. The final chapter of my early journey was not marked by overnight fame or instant riches, but by the quiet triumph of perseverance. After my breakthrough, doors opened, television appearances, tours, and recognition. But the true reward was internal, belief in myself, understanding that every struggle had purpose, and realizing that success is earned through resilience. I reflected on the nights spent in my car, the hunger, the exhaustion, and the doubt. Those moments of despair had become the foundation of my strength. I understood that faith is not waiting for perfect conditions. It is moving forward even when everything seems impossible. Every rejection, every challenge, every sleepless night had prepared me for this life. Performing on larger stages, connecting with audiences, I saw the impact of my persistence. Laughter and applause were tangible, but the intangible lessons were far greater. Resilience, courage, discipline, and the power of never giving up. I realized that failure is temporary, doubt is natural, and every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Meeting other talented performers reminded me that the road to success is rarely linear. Talent alone is insufficient. It is the combination of preparation, effort, and belief that propels a person forward. The hardships I endured had transformed me into someone capable of not just dreaming, but achieving. Looking back, I understood that the darkest nights often precede the brightest mornings. Each struggle, each fear, each setback was shaping me into the person I was destined to become. Life does not hand out success. It tests, challenges, and molds those willing to persist. This journey did not end with a single performance. It continues with every challenge I face, every dream I pursue, and every opportunity I embrace. I learned that persistence, faith, and courage are the ultimate keys to transforming impossible dreams into reality. The story of my journey is a testament. No matter how dark the night, how heavy the struggle, or how impossible the path may seem, Perseverance can turn dreams into reality. Success belongs to those who refuse to give up, who embrace hardship, and who believe in the unseen possibilities that await them.